What's up guys, MainManSWE here, hoping you're all doing awesome as always. Welcome to another Tag 2 video, and today it's my honor to talk about Angel with you guys, who was her own character in Tag 2. She was not like in Tag 1, a replica of Devil. And this was kind of cool because finally everyone was like, yes, a female Mishima, you go girl, you know, gender diversity. All the Mishimas had been male prior to this. Well, I mean, she used to be a clone, but now she was her own character, you know, gender diversity, yes! And then she was released, and she was a massive piece of shit, a turd, if you will, covered in chocolate sauce, because she's a pretty lady. But, terrible, completely fucking useless. I would go as far as to say that Gigas would stomp Angel easily. She's the worst character in a modern Tekken game. I would say this, it is the case. But like the other Mishimas, you know, she has the wave dash pressure. She has an electric. Electrics are good. She has forward 4, which works like the other Mishimas. She has an easy 15 frame punish launcher in down forward 1-2, a twin piston that's minus 13 on block. Good stuff. She has a good 12 frame punish in back 1+2. It's actually pretty good, 40 damage, and it's got some range, just like Devil Jin's back 1-2. Although where he has a mix up with it, she doesn't. But this is something she has that's quite alright, actually. And I like her horse kick, CD free. So this is from Crouch Dash. It's got a lot of range, horse kick, 33 damage knockdown. It's minus 14 on block, but it actually has some pushback. You see, if you do it from far range, it has some pushback. But yeah, if you're fighting Jinpachi with his down for 2, you're probably gonna be a little afraid of throwing this out. But you know what? This is some pretty okay stuff. But the problem is, in the same game, you have a guy called Kazuya. He also has a wave dash. He also has forward 4. He has an electric. He has an easy down forward 1-2 launcher. And if you're Devil, which you can access at any point in this game, you have a down exactly the same. Down forward 1-2. The exact same. But Kazuya has a lot of other really good shit. Really good shit. So does Angel have some other good shit apart from these generic Mishima tools? No. There was just never any reason to play this character. And all of this is of course difficult. There's a lot of execution that goes into this. And were you rewarded? No. Just complete garbage, and we're gonna break down the entire character actually. But so now I've given you guys what was good. So now let's just dive into the character, and I'm gonna start with the punishment. She has the 10 frame Mishima 1-1-2, but here she also had a 10 frame 2-2 at 37 damage. This was actually pretty good, and some frame advantage. And when I showed you guys the 12 frame, it stood out with its range, pretty damn good. And then at 14 frame, you have an electric, albeit hard to punish with that at 14 frames, but the easy mode, down forward 1-2, that's really nice. And then another 15 frame punish was forward 2-1-4. This is actually a natural combo for 50 damage. It's pretty cool. While standing punishment was pretty garbage, however. We have a while standing 4-4, nice. But then we have a while standing 1-4, and you're like, well, this is like Devil Jin's while standing 1-4 in Tekken 7, you know, mid-high, high damage natural combo. This is good. Knockdown, wall splat. The only problem here was that this was 14 frames. Yes, her while standing 1 is 14 frames. So this is not a 13 frame like Devil Jin in Tekken 7. So again, it's okay, but it's nothing fantastic. And here's the big problem. Oh, while standing 2, yes! It's got range. Made launcher, while standing launcher. It's not 15 frames. It's 16 frames. So yeah, this is lackluster punishment. I mean, here it's like, oh, Kazuya, 13 frame while standing 1-2. So, okay, Angel, okay, punishment, it might not be your thing. And it's like, oh, Back one to Kazuya. 44 damage. I showed you angels. Pretty good. This was seen as a pretty good stop thing she had. 12 frame, 40 damage. Kazuya, 11 frame, 44 damage. It's okay, Angel, just show us your good shit. Okay. You know what? I have a forward for 2. Just like Devil Jin and Jin. Okay. I guess that's good. Except there's no pushback on block and it's minus 13. Okay, but you're bound to have something else that's good. You know what? I have a mid-mid string. Oh, nice. I mean, Kazuya's mid-mid. It's kind of risky, you know, at minus 12, and you know you can go for a full string. There's a mix-up. So here, 4-2-1, natural combo, nice. Except it's minus 11. Okay, but we do have an extension, you know, and this is a natural combo. Can we perhaps hit confirm it? You can't. If you want to add the last part of this string, you have to input it immediately. You can't wait and see if this connects, you know, or if it's blocked, and then add the ender. So 4-2-1, mid-mid, minus 11. And if you did the whole thing, 4-2-1-4, minus 20. So the entire thing here is minus 20. Insanely punishable. Okay, so that's not fantastic. What else do you have? Oh, I have forward 3-4. Super slow, comes out at 27 frames. It does damage when it hits, but it's super steppable, super slow, and it's minus 13. So it's just completely useless. Okay. We should mention that it's kind of a problem that, okay, you have a downward 1-2, but that means that your key downward 1 is 15 frames. It's very slow, and it's minus 3 on block. But you know what, Kazuya has the same problem. His downward 1 is also 15 frames. So she's kind of similar to Kazuya in a lot of ways. Except she's completely garbage. Oh, downward 4, mid poke. Minus 9 on block. Yay! And it's only like plus 3 on hit, I think. So it's like, yay! I mean, it's got some range, but it's minus 9 on block. And then we have, and this is very interesting, she has down 1, plus 7 on hit, and then she has down back 2, plus 5 on hit. And down 1 on counter hit knocks down. And you're like, well, this is pretty good. Well, I mean, except you have a forward 4, but on block is plus 4, and on hit is plus 7, and of course also knocks down on counter hit. So it's like, okay, what am I gonna, and it's faster. It's faster than down 1. So I'm like, okay, which move am I gonna use? I'm probably gonna do forward 4. That is just better than both of these mids. Absolutely. So it's like, okay, so both of those mids, completely useless. Forward 4 is the better tool. And then we have down back 1 plus 2. And here, like, really cool. 26, pretty damn fast. Natural combo, 26 damage, mid. Wow, come on, that's pretty good. Yeah, except it's minus 12 on block. And then we have back 4. And you're like, oh, back 4. That must mean she has it looks like a Devil Jin demon steel pedal that hits grounded. 4 damage. It doesn't hit grounded, you see. 10 damage. This is actually part of a string, back for 1. That does literally 0 damage. Because the first hit floats, so it kills the damage. But this is it's a natural combo, but you see 22 damage. So you get no damage. This is basically it. It kills the damage. The startup is like 17 frames, so it's very slow. The whole thing is minus 14 on block. So just terrible. Terrible. And then what more do we have? She has a stance called Phenomenon, I think, or Phenomenal. It's kind of lame. You press forward 3, and it looks super awkward. She looks like she literally dashes into a stomach pain or stomach pain inducing fart. She looks like she relieves herself, but it's very slow. Then she has a lot of terrible options from it that are all super slow. Who will ever give you time to do all of this? This is minus 13. This gives plus 5. It's minus 8. That's also something similar. She has the easy mode Devil Jin laser throw from this stance, but again, it's super slow. So, I mean, that honestly pretty much covers the mids. We're gonna look at some other tools as well later, but terrible poking. For a Mishima, not that good punishment. Non-existent pressure, pretty much. I mean, even her while standing 4 is much worse than the typical Mishima while standing 4. Just looks worse. And then her lows, by God, is she completely handicapped with the lows. Okay, down 3. I mean, the range is not good. Yeah, you see this? This is a recurring theme with her lows. Just compared to Kazuya's down back 4. Yeah, you see this? And now you're like, okay, the range is terrible compared to Kazuya's down back 4. So she probably has the frames. And it's like, oh boy, are you naive. Turns out, if this is blocked, it's minus 12. So it's just like Kazuya's down back 4. But where Kazuya's down back 4 is plus 4 on hit, this is minus 2 on hit. No, sorry, it's minus 1. It's minus 1. So you lose your turn, pretty much. And then she has down back 4. This is actually part of a string, down back 4 free, which is probably one of the worst strings in the game when it comes to risk versus reward. The first hit, if you want to do that on its own, it also has terrible range. It actually looks like it has some range because she dashes into it, but make no mistake, the range on this move is terrible. Terrible. It does 20 damage and it's plus 3, and you're like, ah, sounds pretty good. Except on block it's minus 20. If this is blocked, it's minus 20. Yay! If you do down back for free, it's not a natural combo. On counter it, it's a natural combo for 55 damage. That's quite a lot. But the risk is just way too great, because even on hit, there's no problem just ducking this string. Even on hit, just duck, and you eat a while standing punish. And if this is blocked, you eat a while standing punish. So minus 20, and then super slow adds a high. It's like you just died. You died. Terrible string. Terrible string. And then she has another low from her phenomenal stance. Phenomenon. But this is forward 3-3. It looks like I'm doing this in slow motion, but this is how fast it comes out from the stance. Super slow. And of course, this is minus 16 on block. This 22 damage low here is minus 16 on block, so it's launch punishable. And then it's like, okay, but she has the hell sweep, right? We've seen all of these garbage ass lows that are so bad it's hard to believe how bad they are. But she has a hell sweep, right? Well, the weakest hell sweep. She can do CD4-4, just like Kazuya. And then where Kazuya has The Slaughter hook for 38 damage, and great Oki afterwards. Great Oki. Can do stuff like this, because they wake up right next to us. She has CD for free. That does much less damage, as you can see. It does that 6 damage less than the Slaughter hook. And not only that, it kills the Oki. It knocks them far away, and she recovers very slowly. So it's very hard to do the Mishima Vortex here. The Vortex. And of course Kazuya's 443 to mix up with, which does safe mid launcher, that's -3 on block. The fuck do you have with this character? Forward 4? Kazuya has that as well. I mean, down forward 1 2 is super risky. So yeah, the Hell Sweep leaves a lot to be desired. You throw them back into safety and you recover very slowly. So in my opinion, with this character, it was better going for CD44, sacrifice some damage, but to get better Okiseme, hope they stand up in a bad way, and you know, try and get some damage that way. Yeah, okay, that covered the garbage lows. Her combos were kind of awkward, not a lot of damage. You do something like this, cool ender, but again, you can't get any Oki from that. Knocks them far away, you know, and you go the opposite direction from where you want to go. It's like you leave them alone. Like, oh, I'm just gonna jump back all the way back here, and you recover safely. You could end with this 4-3-4. Slightly better for Oki, but again, you recover kind of slowly. It was a move that was kind of awkward to do because you had to input 4-4-3-4, so it was kind of lag sensitive. It was kind of easy to drop that, to be honest, to use that as a bound. So her combos were kind of awkward and kind of bad. No way she was as good as Kazuya or Devil Jin or Heihachi when it came to the combos. Oh my god, her homing. Oh, I'm a Mishima. I'm kind of easy to sidestep towards the left. Do I have anything to shut that down? No. No, you don't. You have a safe high homing move? Oh, sounds good. Except it has no range at all. Oh, I'm getting some lucky hits here, but yeah, this would whiff like a motherfucker. And then you have, and it's a high, you know, that's kind of a problem. Most high homing moves have great range to compensate. Like, for example, Daojin's forward 4, which she has, but from her garbage phenomenon stance. This is the speed of it. Terrible. And then she also has Devil Jin's forward 1+2, which, as we all know, no Devil Jin players use. And why? Because it's slow on startup and it's -12. But that's her mid homing move. Okay, that's garbage. And now something that's good is that when it comes to panic moves, she has one of the best in the game, and that's Devil Jin's up 4. But again, I can play Devil Jin and get a character that's about 100 times better. 100 times better. But that's kind of neat that she has that. And then another panic move she has is also Devil Jin's back 3. But where Devil Jin jumps back, way back, she does a little nice ballerina pirouette, but she doesn't go very far back. Her backdash pirouette, she stays very close to the opponent. So it's just overall a weaker tool. And honestly, this was it. This was Angel in Tag 2, where everyone was so happy. Finally, she's her own unique character. She's a female Mishima. Yay, can't wait to play her. So many people were so stoked. And she was just so goddamn lackluster. So incredibly useless. It's almost like Prototype Jack from Tag 1 chuckles a bit while eating his popcorn, watching this very video, going like, I'm not alone! You know. Well, I mean, okay, he's way worse. To be honest, he's just so bad. But when it comes to modern Tekken games, this was just unforgivable how badly balanced she was. Looks like you need a cock to be a strong Mishima. But maybe this will change one day, maybe with Tekken 8. But this was just such a wasted opportunity to give us something really beautiful and awesome. So yes, this was Angel in Tag 2, in a game where you had a guy called Kazuya, a guy called Devil Jin, a man called Heihachi Mishima. There really was no reason to pick up this character at all. Unless you were a masochist, you loved getting your ass ravaged by big burly men. What am I talking about? Well, I mean, in case you thought she was pretty, you know, maybe you'd play her for that. But this was a breakdown of Angel in Tag 2. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a lovely, lovely day. Thank you.